So yeah, thank you guys for watching episode 8, which we're moving on, trying to get to that 20. So
20.
We're on our way, almost halfway there. Yep. We're close on the hot tub stuff, right?
Oh, dude, what are we at?
59. Will said we're missing.
We need 59 more. So if all you guys listening can go back to the Creative Gorge episode, and we need 59 likes, and we're gonna get that hot tub episode.
Yep. So go back and do that,
please.
Dustin's dying, dude.
Yeah.
Get him in the water.
Trying to get the hot tub in here
before winter's over. That's all.
Yeah. We don't want to do it during summer. All right. Well, let's dive into this. First off, we're going to answer a quick question here from the comment section. Would you guys ever consider going to design in Daba in Cape Town, South Africa? Also, Brandon's decon mascot is epic. The line work is so on point. With that question, Will kind of added to that as well. Like, are we open to international conferences? And then how do we pick, the shows that we go to? Over the last couple of years before COVID hit, it was kind of more of like what we were invited to in a way, and the people we knew at these conferences. So we weren't really picking and choosing. It was more of like, if somebody wants us to come speak, we'll go.
Yep.
If it is international, hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sounds sick to me.
We'll jump on a plane, go overseas. Yeah, I'd be totally down for that.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yep. Cape Town, South Africa. Here we come.
Yeah. All right. Hell yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
We're open to any kind of conference. If somebody wants us to speak, we will. If it lines up, we'll show up. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool. All right. Let's dive into to some projects here.
Yeah. So, what are we doing this week? What do we got?
So this week we're going to do a combination of like 3 or 4 different clients, basically kind of all outdoor clients, outdoor products that we've done over the past couple of years, hence the tree and kind of forest vibe, I guess.
Hiding out here.
or whatever
Hide and seek.
We got going here. But let's kick it off with Filson. Old school company, been around forever, heritage, U.S., started in Seattle.
They have a really cool headquarters up there where
Seattle.
They have like a bunch of people working and sewing on the ground floor, and then you walk upstairs to the store. Everything there is top notch. Yeah, so they reached out and they wanted basically a large badge kit, something they could use for T-shirts, patches, kind of whatever they want to do. They ended up going on some cups and different things like that, as well as a women's scarf, which was a little bit different of a design. So this first page here is the first round of comps for all the badges. So we basically handled this as if it was if everything was going to be a patch in a way. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to pull that off and make a T-shirt out of it or something like that, these all lend itself very well to any kind of apparel.
Totally. If you wanted to, take that shape off the airplane or the duck one, it would still work. You could leave the shape for a shirt, kind of whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? It's up to them. So
wearable designs.
Yeah.
Usable.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So I had to bust that plane. I thought for sure that was going to be a no-brainer. Being that they do a lot of stuff out in Alaska, and that was just a no-brainer. And I think that one squeezed through, so I was pretty excited about that.
It hits the mark with the top 2 with the duck as well, which is cool. And then you can't go wrong with the type. And these are all you, Dustin,
Yep,
right?
this is all me, fun stuff. This is probably one of my top 3 favorite projects. Lincoln,
Yeah, it's always cool when you have a brand that it's that old and the heritage is there, and their product is amazing.
Yep.
It's something where I can tell my grandpa, because he still thinks like he doesn't know what I do for work, So it's like, hey, grandpa, I did some stuff for Filson. So he's like, oh, okay, like you aren't a loser,
Right.
People know the brand, it has a history, and for sure.
Yeah. So moving on to the second page, this was a lot of this was Davey.
Davey, cool stuff.
Yep, definitely some more badges, a little bit of illustration with the bear. The logging truck, that I love that.
Solid.
So it's just the right amount of detail. It's perfect. Even the way the rims are, I would have never done that, but it looks perfect.
Yeah.
Scalable.
Very scalable.
Yeah.
That thing will embroider.
Yep.
Yeah. Being up here in the Pacific Northwest, you see those things all the time.
All the time.
So definitely makes sense for their brand.
Even that blade, the top right, is kind of simple, but boy, that's like super wearable. That's perfect.
Yeah, I think that's one of them that didn't get through.
Maybe the next client, Stihl, could pick that one up.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
So moving on. So some type. I worked on some of these. Just a little bit old school type.
I'm liking that.
Patch driven.
That one on the right, with the L and the N kind of holding.
That's
pretty
fun.
strong, dude. I like that. Even the colors that you got there.
Yeah, and that's where the color palette on this whole thing was pretty wide open. You know, I think we just went back and looked at their website and what they had in the past and kind of developed our own color palette to go off of. So
Some earthy tones and stuff.
Yeah, you'll see kind of a wide range of colors here.
Right.
And colors will sell sometimes. If you got a decent design with good colors, it'll squeeze through. So
It can go the other way too.
Yeah.
They might get thrown off by the color, and you're like, "Oh shit, that was my favorite design."
For sure. Yeah, that's where, with a lot of our branding projects and logo projects, sometimes depending on the client and their vibe, we'll show logos in black and white just because for that reason.
Yep.
They will get totally hung up on the color, and you're like, hey, this design's great. Yes, you don't like red. Well, let's take that out. And they're like, no.
Yeah, we already
we don't like.
We already don't like it. Yeah.
I mean, even one thing sometimes if we're gonna like submit 8 logos or 6 logos and they're all different colors, some of them can make it further because the colors are better. So I like to personally say, okay, everyone on the whole kit is gonna do this color palette, just so we don't have the client, picking those colors.
Yep. I mean, even when we were talking about bourbon lore at the end, once we established that color, it like totally flipped it, and it was like, boom, here it is.
Totally.
That was one where I was watching that episode last night or 2 nights ago, and like, Dan gave us this kind of color palette that Mason wanted, and it's like, dude, this ain't it, man. It's like, can I please show 2? It's like, luckily Dan's down where you might get to some agencies that are like, nope, one is it, so
client wanted this color. So
that maybe that logo wouldn't have made it through, so
it was the red and black, and
colors are important.
Yeah,
it's good to keep exploring.
Exactly. Jordan, these are yours.
Yep.
Some good
fire.
Good fire here. Good patch shapes,
Classic shit.
Yeah, fun shapes.
I mean, center bottom is super like simple, but boy, that is very wearable. I want that on my hoodie right now.
Can read that from a mile away.
Yep, exactly.
and it just like feels like what I know of Filson,
Mm-hmm.
Even the chainsaw, super dope.
Yeah.
I think you're in the same boat as me. We're not branded.
Right.
But the illustrations work. What I mean? Like, you don't need this.
Totally.
I don't know, crazy piece.
Keep it simple enough, and
that buffalo on the bottom right, that's fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, just a little bit of highlights on there does it, and the shape alone on that one is great.
Yeah.
All your shapes, actually, those are strong.
Thanks, buddy.
So this was the scarf, actually first sketch for the scarf, women's scarf that they wanted.
Yeah, I never saw this.
Me either.
That's dope.
Yeah, so this was Brandon. They had asked for basically 2 different animals. It was a wolf and then a bear, and they wanted illustration to go on a scarf, like a women's scarf. And so I think it was going to be dye sublimated on the scarf. I'm not sure.
I hope so.
Yeah, but looking at this one, this is Brandon's sketch, which, to me, it's finished.
I know, right?
That's final to me.
Yeah.
What do you do for beer?
Yeah, exactly. So this was sketch 1, sketch 2, and the bear one, I was like, this is it. And especially if it's going to be printed on a scarf, like the amount of detail, that thing's...
It's going to fall out either way.
It's finished. Yeah, so...
I mean, it's like the very loose thread count, so it's probably like printing on a freaking screen door. It's going to all fall out.
Totally. Then we got, kind of see some of the comments here from the client. This is what, a lot of times what we get back, you have approved up top. You have some small comments on Jordan's there on the far right, so... Super, this actually, you get something back like this, you're like, hell yeah, because this is very mellow.
We're sleeping real good tonight. We get these changes.
Not too many changes here.
Changes are not bad, so.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
They pick, even just to kind of see what they picked there, it all sits well, it all kind of sits as a unit, so.
Yeah, you definitely see like the patch vibe and exactly, what they're looking for. So this one was Brandon, and they had a pretty heavy brief on this. It's like the bear's claw, and then in that you can see, basically a crab fishing boat in there. So this was going to be a big patch. So Brandon sent over the first sketch, and then they had some changes, super minor, just like adding trees and shadows. And then these are the changes on the scarf. So they wanted to go with the wolf, and this is final art on the large patch.
It's nice seeing it bigger. I can actually kind of see it and see what's happening, because with that yellow green in the background kind of comes to the foreground. I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
But that
you got the Big Dipper in there, and
just that boat alone should have been pulled out and be a big old chest hit or something. That thing's nice.
Yeah. So then this was the final rendered art on the wolf. So for the most part, Brandon went in and just kind of brushed up the wolf a little bit more detail. but it's pretty damn close to the.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could smell the pine on that thing.
Right.
Yeah.
The clouds are crazy too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like such a dope version of
That
cloud.
etching,
Yeah. Love it.
Has those 1897 vibes, you know.
Exactly. So after the changes, this here is the final kit. So turned out to be a nice little kit. I mean, there on the bottom you see the beaver that Davey swapped out.
Yeah, that on the left center one, that on the far left center, that shape is so funky but so cool. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yep.
how'd you come up with that? Dude?
Kind of like a
Never did
Band-Aid
that.
type
Yeah.
looking thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just winging stuff together.
The CC Filson on there.
Yeah, that's that perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Filler.
Got Dustin's duck on here on this page, and the logging truck, and your buffalo.
Yeah, that's a good kit, dude.
Yeah.
We need to holler at them, dude. We need to do round 2.
Yeah.
You know, what'd be fun is to look at we have seen these. I was gonna say look at all these in the exact same color palette, but we've
Yeah,
printed
so,
them before.
Well, it's right here.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Well, here's one of the T's.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
then
yeah, that's
here,
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Here kind of
It's dope.
what them kind of laid out in the same color palette, which changes it up a little bit. You know, they actually look like a more of a cohesive pack.
Yeah.
So
Heck yeah.
yeah. So that was the Filson project. It was, you know, like you said, kind of a fun one. Cool to be hit up by them and
Oh yeah.
you know, work for a company that's, you know, that old and
Yep.
heritage in the U.S.
I mean, they're like quasi-local too, you know. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is really fun.
Yeah.
And this was like a full team effort too. You know, we had
Yeah, it was.
collaborations with
Yeah.
some of us using illustrations from other guys and making the badge out of the piece and using text and stuff like that. So
Yeah. And then Brandon working on the scarf
Yep.
and everything. So yeah, it was cool. So yeah, let's move on to another outdoor brand here, Stihl chainsaws. They sent over a good creative brief where it was a ton of photos of super old signage. I mean, everything's in here: catalogs, signs, patches.
old clocks.
Look at
Yeah.
that bottom right, that little dealer. Was that a
Oh
light?
yeah,
a button?
dealer. Yep,
Super
dealer
cool.
button.
Damn, that thing does it for me.
Yep.
Yep. And it's crazy to even see that their logo's been like almost the same for forever. You know, all they did was basically shear the thing and they're still running it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Timeless.
yeah, it's industrial. It holds up, man.
Yeah. And so a lot of the brief on this, when they sent us all that old stuff, is they're basically we want a vintage look to this. Like, don't go too crazy, too modern. Don't get too detailed with any of
Yeah.
it. So, and this is a Davey piece.
Davey, good
Yeah.
piece.
This is, you got the helmet and the shield. And,
Yep. And when you're going through them, you're like, where do you come up with some of these concepts? Or like, what do you use? You know, like you can't just draw a chainsaw every time. You can't just draw a dude chopping down a tree every time.
Right.
Like something like this is comes from outside of the box. You know, like you think about what these dudes are wearing when they're out there, and he might just set this thing in the grass, and boom, there's a little graphic. You know, like it's cool to think like that.
This one's a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, a little more modern.
Yeah, a little more modern.
Strong piece. I think
Yeah.
if they wanted that modern look, this would have been perfect for them.
This is one that would have looked great in one color as well.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Like,
That's always my battle. Like, you do one color, do you 3 color?
Yeah.
Like, how do you, you know?
Yep. Yeah, this is Jordan here.
Yep.
This is one that ended up making it
Yeah, solid
in
piece.
the third round.
Brandon drew this font maybe a year ago.
I was going to say that was
Yep.
Brandon's font,
That's the
right?
one.
His
Yeah,
font. He
that's
drew
right.
it on our 4th retreat or
Yeah,
something.
yep.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna, cheat a little bit here and bust that out.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
It's Jordan's piece, chopping the tree.
Getting to work.
Yep.
I think, like he said, you draw the chainsaw, and then you draw the dude chopping down the tree.
That's right.
And then, damn, what do we do next?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who is this?
This is
This
you or
is Davey.
This is Davey?
Yeah.
Okay.
More modern.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
modern.
This is something where I'm like, okay, again, drew the chainsaw. Now what? I'm like, all right, let me
Yep.
A real saw.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Look how the path turns into the mountain. That's great.
And it's a S, a subtle
Yeah,
S.
yeah.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
cool.
dropped that in there.
Well, it says create your own path. Like you,
yeah.
you did
Yeah.
just that. All
The
right.
fact that I had to tell you as S means it didn't work, but
Well, that's the kind of shit. Like a year later, you're watching
Right.
it and you're like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
oh, this one,
Yeah,
man,
this one's fun.
I love this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. a
And
little
this
more,
is kind of a like I was talking about, like it's very clean, very modern, and they loved it. But then their critique was, let's grunge it up.
Yeah.
Let's make it a little bit older.
Take
This
it
is-
older.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I was thinking they wanted. Maybe they wanted again more modern and
Yeah.
yeah, they kind of tone it back a little bit. So
Boom.
there it is. You can
And
see it.
and it looks amazing. It looks better actually.
Yeah.
I like the first one, but this definitely fits the brand a lot.
Even we
more.
were just talking about colors, like just to go cream and burgundy. Like in the other one, I think it was very primary, white and orange.
Yeah,
too
just,
bright. the color alone just sets it back and kind of finishes it off. So
Right. It puts it into that realm of the mood board stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Just a little color change. Obviously, I added texture and deleted stuff, but the color alone will do that.
Like that bottom right one with the orange. Ooh,
Money.
dang.
Super nice color.
I think they printed that, right?
I think so. Yeah, we'll see at the end. We have all the images of a lot of it. So this one's cool. This one's clean. I
Super
love the
clean.
shadows on the trees.
I wonder if I should have, illustrated this, like kept the vector and then drawn over the top of it. If I would have had a better chance,
A little wobble to it.
Yeah.
I was most excited about the shape because doing so many badges, like it's easy just to do the square, circle, oval. So it's like, all right, we got to do a new shape here.
Come up with something unique.
That was what I was most excited on, is the shape, for
That's
sure.
good. Yeah. And this is another fun shape. This is you, right, Jordan?
Yep.
Yeah.
That chain on there is tight.
You got that little
Just
chain.
noticing that,
Yeah.
But you got to do some research on
I
that chain.
did, yeah.
Not
just gonna talk. It isn't,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a dirt bike and bicycle chain on deck, but I don't have a chainsaw chain.
That's custom, baby.
That is a chainsaw.
I think you probably made a brush out of that.
I did. Yeah. Drew it out and made a brush.
Even off last episode, you did a brush off the rope.
Yep. Exactly. Got to
Brush
get
guy.
smart with it.
Here we got the chopping wood.
Yep. Trying to think of another way to show that axe or
Is this
whatever.
you?
Yep. This is me.
Damn, that's tight.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
We do so many pieces that kind of forget who's what.
It is
Yeah.
hard.
and-
Yep.
Yeah. This was one of their favorites.
Oh, yeah.
They use this thing everywhere. Honestly, if we looked at the whole kit and to say, pick one of these that they just blew out and used on everything, I probably wouldn't have picked that one.
Same.
I would have thought like, oh, it's probably one of these with a chainsaw or something, but no, it's the stump. Yeah, so they were super hyped on this one. Powered by Stihl chainsaws. And then this one. Like
This one
you
got
had
away.
mentioned. Yeah,
this one got away from me,
Yeah,
man. Oh
yeah.
man, this
Talk
one.
about shapes. Like this thing's solid.
I don't
It
know.
feels like the heritage stuff.
It
I don't
does. 100%.
I don't know if you have it in this PDF, but they asked for a version where it's all built out with type on the arcs top and bottom,
Oh yes.
and it got nasty.
Yep.
Like, I hope it's not in here. but
Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah.
Good.
This one's fun.
I love
This
this.
is you, right, Jordan?
Yep, that
This
was
dude
me.
cutting the
Yep.
log.
Got
Like,
loose with it.
Yeah,
That's all iPad.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you not being an illustrator, and then I know you're not technically an illustrator, but sometimes you surprise me. This shit's good,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
good.
Throw down something. Dustin's like, whoa. Okay.
yeah, I'm like, dude, what? Brandon helped you out here? You're like, no, I did it. I'm like, damn, I thought you were cheating. Having
Like,
Brandon help you.
Like I made the little nose and the mouth. I'm like, hey man, I'm going places with this.
This
thing.
is
Like, it
working.
actually looks like a face over here.
That's the hardest part, dude. Like,
It is.
Do the whole illustration with the face.
I really
blank
do
and
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Spend 4 hours trying to get a nose to look right.
Yup.
Sometimes I'll just do a bar over the eyes or the whole face with some text on it because I'm like, I can't draw that.
Oh yeah, the glasses help me out here with
Yeah,
this. You know,
yeah,
I didn't
for
have
sure.
to draw any eyes.
This thing.
So
Oh,
this
this
is where okay, we drew the chainsaw, drew the axe, drew the other saw. So I'm like, well, how
Well, even
about
with the stump, to
how about
me,
a
I'm
cabin?
like, this is like the next version.
the
of
cousin.
stump. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I'm like, this thing's done deal.
Like they cut down the tree, then they went and took the tree
Yep.
and built the damn
Built the-
cabin with it.
Exactly. Here's your cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drew two
Yeah.
different cabins, and it's kind of not being an illustrator again, challenging to draw a log cabin.
Yeah.
It's all these cylinders, and so this is the one I end up on, and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's great. So then now moving on, here's some photos of the final product. So they did a big photo shoot with all the apparel and everything. So
just from the first drop, I believe, right?
yeah.
I love seeing when they do this. Like they just take it and take great photos
Yeah,
and man,
build it out.
Yeah.
We'll go back one.
Koozies.
That bottom left, we didn't actually see that piece in there at all. I think that
Oh,
was
yeah.
round one.
Yeah.
Jordan's
Yeah.
piece.
Jordan's
Super good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very first round.
Yeah.
That shape, just holding the mountains, like
Yeah.
that's a good piece. Koozie, can't go wrong with a koozie.
You got your koozies. Same badge on hats.
It works very well. Can't
It's a
even-
patch all day.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the patch. Is that what is that? 50% embroidery, 100%? I
yeah.
can't tell.
Yeah, it looks
Is it
like
woven?
50.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be woven.
As long as it's not woven, that's tight.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It looks
Hard to
well.
tell.
It translates.
It worked.
Kept the detail.
Held up.
For sure.
Yep,
There it
here's
is.
this
There's
one.
stump.
The
Yeah,
banger.
that thing, it
Boom.
looks good.
Front
That
page
fits
of the
back.
portfolio.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Fits the back of a T nicely.
That graphic, like you said, I think Dan mentioned it'll look good in black and white.
With one color, yeah.
There it is, dude.
Yeah.
That looks, especially on that gray, black on gray.
Yeah, I love that. Yep, there's your
Okay.
orange.
That looks like Frankie, our new animator. Is that Frankie?
And And then they blew out like I was saying, they blew out the stump.
They inversed it, but
They
I'm gonna let it
inversed it.
slide.
Yeah, and this one isn't too bad inverse, Like, it doesn't
Just
kill
me, because I've stared at it for
Yeah.
X amount of hours.
For
I'm
sure.
sure no one else even
Yeah.
notices or cares.
But look at the difference. You
Yeah,
got the cup. You got the cup with the black print on the
Yeah.
orange, and you got the black cup with the orange print. Like, way better.
That one sold out.
At least they did both.
They did both. Yeah. So they got the silly pint cups. We actually have some of those.
Those are good party cups.
They are. Yeah, they're good.
Unbreakable, baby.
Yeah. Can run them over with a car. And they blew it out to socks. I mean, they made everything out of this stuff. So
Those socks look like your feet are gonna be sweating.
right.
Keeping you warm.
Oh yeah,
That's for chopping wood in the woods. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
you're right.
So yeah, that's kind of the end of the Stihl project. So like I said,
yeah.
it's been 3 different seasons of apparel for them. Great client, fun work.
Super fun.
Oh yeah. Hopefully they come back for round 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, challenge us. We got to
Yeah.
come up with those new ideas.
Yeah,
How do
exactly.
we do it another time?
New
you know?
chainsaw. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So moving on to a little smaller company here. There is a hotel.
Yeah, where are they at? Are they in Idaho?
So they're in Idaho.
Okay.
They're in Cascade Lake, Idaho.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. I
It's
didn't
on.
realize.
It's on Cascade Lake, in Idaho. I've never been there.
Is that far from here? We should go stay there one
It's
time.
about 6.5 hours.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
RV trip.
We have actually a block of like 6 rooms waiting for us.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
anytime we want to go.
Oh,
Dude.
wow.
Yeah. Yep.
There's
That
a
would
retreat
be
right there.
Yeah,
sick.
no, for sure. Yeah, it's a cool little. I mean, I think Jordan, you did a illustration of the actual.
Yep, the motel.
Yeah, the motel. So, yeah, it's a cool little place. We could grab all the rooms.
That
and
would be awesome.
hang out. It's across the street from the lake, so
Dude.
it looks cool.
Do they got a hot tub?
This summer, I don't think they have a hot tub.
Count me out, guys. Count me out.
Dustin in the hot tub. He sent photos of the hotel, so we kind of got the vibe of it, So this first one, Cascade Lake, you got the fish in there. Did you double check that fish is in that lake?
I did. I spent a lot of time researching fish because I know they get you on that.
You don't want to draw the wrong fish.
No.
Dude, didn't you do a fish once where they're like, yeah, make this a skeleton fish instead or
No,
something? That was,
uh,
like, what?
Seaside Brewery.
It's like,
Yep.
that's an ordeal.
Yep. Fish looks great, but let's make it a skeleton.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
That's basically start over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gone fishing. Just had a little fun on there.
Yep.
I like
classic
the,
movie, little tagline.
Yep.
I like the fins on the top, like
Yeah.
the way you highlighted it or whatever. It's
That
nice
black
job.
shadow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
take
Yep.
it.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, this one's cool. This is fun.
Yep. There's a piece in the reference that was like towards that way, so it's totally different, not drawn full vector,
Modern, yeah.
quasi Draplin-esque,
Very clean. Yeah. Yep.
I love
Dan-
that sea, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dan doesn't throw down too often, but when he does,
Yeah.
keep you on your toes.
Watch
I
out.
think this one, or there's an oval version of this, ended
yeah.
up being the front of all the tees.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He took, which I didn't know he was going to do, because we had built out a lot of our designs have a front and a back hit, but he ended up going with the same front hit on every tee,
Oh,
and
then did the back hit.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Which is pretty smart, honestly. Like even like
Yeah.
diving into some T-shirts on my own. I mean, that's gonna
Yeah.
save you $25 per screen
Yeah,
setup
setup
cost.
fee.
Like
And then you're hitting them over the head with your branding every
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
you know.
from every angle, it actually makes sense if you're a small business to
Yeah.
do that.
I want to say this was their concept with
was.
the Yeti.
Yep.
It was, right?
Well,
Yep.
Fishing.
I don't know if they showed any
Ice
imagery,
fishing.
but they're like, we want a Yeti ice fishing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Davey smashed that one out the
Yeah.
park. Like,
Because that lake freezes over, and I think a lot of people go up there and snowmobile around it, and it's a fun one. You got the Yeti chilling
Yeah, it
with
is
the fish,
funny.
you know.
funny.
Yep.
Even his expression,
Yeah. The pole's like way too short. Like it's cool. It's like it's right.
everything about it. Yeah, the size of his
Yeah.
hand,
The lawn chair.
the way the
Yeah.
wrist is holding the freaking armrest.
Yeah.
Even the ice. Like, how would you make the ice look like ice? Like that looks like
Yeah,
ice though. Like
it does. Now that shape with the rope, the
it
big
worked
thick
out.
rope like that.
Yep.
the bottom right version has no rope, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, we found the rope. I found that. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. Which make you got the lake and the rope.
Yeah, I was
like,
just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Brings it right to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this one.
With Jordan's
This one's great.
illustration of the actual, Cascade Lake Inn. Yeah, you got to have an illustration of the actual building, just like we have an illustration of the
Yeah.
Lincoln.
every office we've been in. Another one with just the front of the a little more zoomed in on the actual hotel here.
Super dope.
Yeah, Davies piece.
I like the outside border. Kind of has that, I don't know, wax feel, but
Yeah.
a little more ridges to it.
Yeah.
Just something different. I mean, you could
Yeah.
do so many circle badges, and they all look kind of the same in the end, but
Yeah.
This one is, a little different.
And even just like knocking Idaho out
Mm-hmm.
of the shape instead of just having it in navy type on gray, that just helps give it a little bit of variety.
Changes the hierarchy.
Yep.
That US could have been bumped over, but we'll let that slide.
Yeah. Two, 3 clicks to the right.
When the illustration's that good, you don't even look at it.
Now we're picking it apart.
And some things like this, when it's you're dealing with a smaller client, in some ways like they will skip this design just because it's like a 3-color piece.
Oh, dude.
And they're like
The cost of
this is gonna
production.
cost me. Yep.
I mean, that's something we're looking at. Small brands, they could easily do some tricks to cut down their setup fees. They could do 1 or 2 colors. If you're doing a front hit, I mean, there's just so many ways to make a t-shirt be $8 instead of $15,
Mm-hmm.
and that's half your margin, So
For sure.
Love
This one
this.
was fun. Yeah. This is Jordan again.
Traveler tee.
Full travel tee. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what you're expecting to find in the gift shop.
Exactly.
For
Exactly.
sure.
But it has a nice little take a hike, like some tongue-in-cheek,
Yeah.
in there. And
Yep.
That was what's fun about some of these clients is you can explore a little bit. Like I made that up. Like totally was just like searching for content. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just throw this little thing in there as a filler. And
I mean, even a real quick brush script sands in the top there, like
oh yeah,
Right.
you know,
Old
yeah.
school. Yeah.
Love that
vibes.
Sets it right back.
Yep. Don't overthink it.
I love this
This
piece.
is fun.
Even how the mountain fits in that negative space and makes a triangle.
Thanks, dude.
Banger.
Had fun with that one.
I mean, the state of Idaho is hard to use.
Yeah.
It's a very awkward,
It
shape.
is, yeah.
Well, they
That was
asked-
literally how I came up with this piece because I was like, how am I gonna fill that awkward spot in the
Yeah.
corner? And then I just started doing that, and I'm like, oh shit, this is kind of a thing.
Well, in the brief, it was like, Idaho silhouette design.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Mhm.
like, I'm not going to touch that one. And Jordan's like, I'll get that one. I'm like, good luck, buddy. And,
Even this, I mean,
I like this,
Yeah,
yeah.
all type, love it.
even how the type is touching the baseline on leave, like, dude, like that's tight.
Yeah,
I'm noticing that a lot in circle badges nowadays, where they'll have the whole circle badge or the baseline, or
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called on the circle form, but they're touching the
Like
type.
the container
Yeah.
shape.
Type.
It's something unique, it makes it stand out amongst the rest of everything.
For sure.
Like this was another one where I just totally made up all this stuff. Get lost in
Yeah.
nature, leave the road and take the trails. Like I'm like, all right, screw it.
Yeah.
I need some content here. Let's make some stuff up.
You're a
That's
content
great.
writer now.
Copywriter, let's
Exactly.
go.
There you
Yeah. Boom. There's that one as a patch.
That looks good, dude.
Yeah.
Here's that one with the shape.
Yeah, there's the shape.
Yep.
I think that was the front of the tees.
That was
Sick.
good, dude.
It
Yeah.
is. It fits
Yeah.
real nice.
Even that colorway.
Yeah.
And how it breaks the shape.
The shape there.
Yep.
And that thing is a patch.
It
and
is.
I had all day.
That blue colorway,
That
that's
shape, yeah, the blue is great.
for me. I'm always wanting to do black and white because like I just get caught up on colors. I could spend if it's a 4-hour logo, I'm gonna spend 3 hours on these damn colors. Like
And it can make or break it, like we talked about.
It
It really
does
could.
make a difference.
It really can. And then some of them laid out just
to see them in one colorway.
one color, yeah, all
Strong.
same colorway. He was super happy with the Cascade motel stuff, so he owns a second hotel called Weezer Motel in RV Park. So he reached out for us to do the same for Weezer. It was a little smaller project that basically just Jordan and Davey worked on.
Yep, I didn't
Yeah.
make this one, but
Yep. So this one again, you see the photo of the motel. So they wanted, because of Jordan's previous illustration, they're like, we need something similar to that for Weezer. So this is good. Jordan mixed it up, put it in a circle. I think this thing's fire. He got the bike out front.
Yeah, he had some requests on this one.
He did,
to
yeah.
include the bike and
He wanted like the doors,
Yep.
like to
be colored. Well, at first we
yeah.
started pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one color actually.
Yeah, it was.
And then he's like, "Oh, we need
Yeah.
this blown out. Let's
Yeah.
go all the way with it." And then we
Yeah.
colored it up and
Red doors. And
Yeah.
yeah.
it makes me want to go camping right now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
does,
like,
dude.
let's hit the road.
Let's
get it.
Do something, get out of the
Sipping,
office.
sipping on the IPA. Let's go camping.
and this one, if you wanted to, you could turn it to light or dark background because it has the container shape,
That
So
is the benefit
Yeah,
of that.
Yeah.
exactly. So this one, he wanted to expand on the Yeti, the Yeti ice fishing. So I guess in Weezer, the town of Weezer in Idaho, I think they have this like violin thing or
like
something.
a fiddle
right?
contest or
yeah,
something.
fiddling contest. That's what it is. Yeah, once a year or something. So we got the Yeti on the stump fiddling.
so
like,
funny, man.
That's random as hell, but so cool.
Yeah, but if you live there, you're probably like, oh shit,
You get
that
it.
is- yep, that's
Yep.
amazing.
You know
So,
why they made that?
Yeah, that thing's fun. And then the Idaho state bird, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure.
But they did request that
did, yes,
specific
yeah.
style of
That's
bird.
Great piece.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that Brandon or Davey?
That's Davey.
Oh wow.
So they had basically these three tees. They had 3 requests. They
Yeah,
wanted
that's right.
illustration of the motel.
Yep.
That's always nice because sometimes they're like, we want 10 teas, but we don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Or like on the first round or the first time he came to us,
Yep.
we just got to go free for all with it.
For sure.
But it's nice. It's like, we want these 3 and these specific things. It makes it easier. You're not searching. You found the path and you hit the path.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the last one. So yeah, those are some of the some different outdoor companies we've dealt with the last couple of years. Apparel projects.
Yeah.
So they're always fun. There's a couple more on my list I'd like to work with here.
Yeah.
In the future, but
For sure.
yeah, it's cool. So
Yeah, this makes me want to get in the RV, film a podcast on the road, head up to Spokane.
doing that. Doing something with that here soon. We can talk about here probably next episode or something.
Let's
But
make that happen.
yeah, it should be good.
Do some hiking.
So, and then to go along with the theme of the outdoor theme, we're gonna talk a little bit about our axes.
Oh, yeah.
So every employee, every person, teammate for Lincoln gets their own axe. So Smug Labs, Brett at Smug Labs basically makes the axes for us. So I'm able to send Brett basically a file for each axe. There's a template that he kind of developed, and then each axe basically has each guy's different logos, name, whatever on it. So everyone's custom.
Dustin.
Yeah, it was fun. You got this photo here of Dustin at the
lumberjack mode.
yeah, the cabin, the retreat. And this was the trip that
That's when we got the axes.
Yeah, it's when we got the axes, and actually Damaso went in on the photography for this. Remember? And
Killer.
He smashed it with the photography.
He's a
a
dope
sleeper.
picture.
Damaso can. That guy brings a camera. Look out.
I think that was the same one. Grizzly was sleeping on the couch the whole time.
Yep.
Grizzly Wheeler came. Yep, he hung out and slept on the couch.
Davey tried to claim your master bedroom.
Yeah,
that's
Davey.
right.
Davey got
Got a
a
noogie.
little sideways and went upstairs.
was comedy.
Sleep in my bed.
Wrong room, buddy.
I was like, damn, take any bed, but don't take that one.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah, so that was a good trip. And then he made us just kind of like as a promo piece, the bat. So this actually sits by the front door in case somebody gets
Well,
sideways.
back in Portland.
Homeless dude rolls in and is like, hey, buddy.
Portland. We actually needed this, a bigger one though.
So let me see that thing. That thing's sick. What do you guys think out there? Would y'all buy this? Like, is this something you guys would buy?
They're a little pricey. Like I priced them with Brett, and
They're a little pricey.
Yeah.
This is a zinger bat. We'd probably have to get the standard
yeah,
version,
something a little
the
more
Kirkland.
standard.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it
But
doesn't need to be that.
yeah,
heavy
would you
duty.
guys buy this? Like, I think we need to make it. So
Yeah. Last thing on the list, new product. So we had dropped.
you made those bats already? Oh wait.
No bats. So we had
Quick turnaround.
dropped this mug not too long ago, and so to go with that, we had to make some coffee, and I wanted to do a light roast because the last coffee bag we have the
Dark roast.
is a dark roast. So this is a light roast, hence the white bag, hence the see the light graphic on the front. So
Even the mug's white, bag's white.
Yep.
The other one is all blacked out.
everything was black on the other one. So
We're kind of pigeonholing ourselves for the third flavor, though.
right,
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Well, what are we gonna do for that? So yeah, that new coffee, there'll be actually the coffee kit where you can get the mug and the coffee on the website. So check that out. Damaso did the skull on there, the see the light.
That's Damaso?
Uh huh. Yeah.
That was Davey.
Actually, no, it's Damaso, and I went back and forth with him because I was trying to figure out, okay, what are we gonna call this one? Light roast, and Damaso's super into coffee.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I actually had to check because I thought we were gonna call it blonde roast, and you put light roast. I'm like, does that even exist? Because I'm drinking 7-Eleven
Yeah.
coffee. So
Yeah.
well, apparently it exists. So
yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, exactly. And like we were talking about, the light roast
Comes with the boost.
Stronger.
coffee is stronger. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, there's more caffeine.
I didn't know that either.
They roast the beans less, so the caffeine is more.
Yep.
So
And it's light roast, but it tastes like it's stronger.
yeah.
What you would expect a dark roast to taste like.
Exactly. Yep.
But
Yep.
I'm coffee
And it has
noob.
more caffeine and everything. So yeah, so it's good. So those will be in the shop, made by Scout and
Pioneer Joe.
Pioneer Joe.
Yep.
Yep. Coffee company. So yeah,
Design fuel right there.
the design fuel. It's good
mean,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's 8 o'clock and I'm here not sipping coffee, like Dan's getting a bad logo or whatever that day.
Yeah. So we always got coffee.
Coffee or Monster,
on
man.
blast.
Yeah, I need a big-
exactly. Yeah, we got a fridge of Monster.
That's for after lunch.
If you
This is
need that,
for the
yeah.
morning, you know?
Yeah.
I need a big gulp at least.
For sure. So yeah, so that's it. the little outdoor episode, and
That's
a
like
little bit of coffee and
the
axes.
most chopped up official chop up.
Mm-hmm.
All outdoors.
We
We
were
got
gonna-
axes in
Yeah,
here.
true.
Talking about saws.
Axes flying on the TV over
Oh,
there,
dude,
don't we? Yeah. I didn't even think about that. We got the
Yep.
axes on the So
just
this
need-
is the axe episode,
If we just each had a chainsaw, it'd be.
right?
That'd have been it. But
Been official.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching again.
Yeah.
Subscribing.
Yeah.
Bell.
Appreciate
hitting.
it.
Just let us
Yeah.
know if 3 people, 2 people.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
do you guys want to see? 4 people?
We're mixing it up.
Yep.
Trying new
Yeah,
things.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we'll. There'll be more to come.
Yeah. Excited for next week.
Yep.
Hell
Cool. I guess.
See you soon.
Yep. See ya.